Egypt, one of the world's oldest civilizations. Its ancient monuments, temples, and pyramids stand as testaments to 7,000 years of history. Egypt, a land of intriguing cities and dramatic landscapes, a destination that has enchanted travelers throughout the ages, attracting crowned princes and conquerors from around the world. Egypt's first tourists arrived soon after the last pyramids were built. They came to marvel at the nation's legendary grandeur. Since then, visitors have continued traveling to Egypt to gaze at the architectural achievements of the many cultures that have thrived here for millennia. Historic Hotels of Egypt is a collection of exceptional hotels. Each one stands in a historically significant location or has been recognized as a national treasure. All of the hotels provide discerning guests with the privilege of stepping back in time to experience levels of luxury and service that were once the exclusive domain of nobility. The Cairo Marriott Hotel is a former royal palace built in 1869 by Khedive Ismail, the ruler of Egypt, to host European royalties who attended the inauguration of the Suez Canal. The French Empress Eugenie, being the guest of honor for the event, was accommodated in this palace. It was the Khedive's intention to impress the European royalties attending the event. Today, the Cairo Marriott is the largest, most luxurious hotel in the heart of the city. It boasts 6 acres of serene gardens and houses, and an exclusive collection of antiques. Oberoi Mena House, located at the foot of the Great Pyramid, served as a royal lodge for the Khedive Ismail. For generations, it was home to wealthy families. During the First and Second World Wars, it was witness to some of the most strategic and decisive moments in history. In later years, it was the setting of the Middle East Peace Conference. The hotel has played host to kings and emperors, heads of states and celebrities. The royal history of the hotel is reflected in its luxurious interiors, embellished with exquisite antiques, handcrafted furniture, and original works of art. The Shepherd Hotel has been at the center of Cairo's cultural life and history since it was founded in 1841. Its opulence and grandeur have made it one of Egypt's most celebrated hotels for decades. The Winter Palace in Luxor was built in 1886 in grand colonial style. Its elegance and grace appealed to the international set of royals, nobles, and celebrities who were frequent guests at the hotel. Among those dignitaries was the famed archaeologist Howard Carter. It was during one of his many stays at the Winter Palace that he stood on the hotel's balconies to announce his discovery of King Tutankhamun's treasures to the press. The Old Cataract Hotel in Aswan has always been a grand hotel. Thomas Cook, the famous tour operator, had the hotel constructed in time to celebrate the first Aswan Dam in 1899. Since then, the splendid hotel along the Nile, both Moorish and Victorian, has hosted the leading dignitaries of each decade, from Sir Winston Churchill and the Aga Khan to Queen Noura of Jordan and Lady Diana. The Old Cataract is widely recognized as the setting in which Agatha Christie wrote her famous novel, Death on the Nile. The Sofitel Shishol Hotel in Alexandria is a British colonial gem built in 1929 that has also played a role in history. Field Marshal Montgomery stayed at the Shishol for a brief period during the North Africa campaign. Today, the hotel's bar bears his name. The Palestine Hotel in Alexandria boasts one of the most prominent locations on the Mediterranean. It stands in the gardens of Montaza Palace, facing golden sands and azure seas. The location of the Nile Ritz-Carlton Cairo has been the center of the city's cosmopolitan social life for decades. In the 1950s, it became the site of Egypt's first international hotel chain and a glamorous destination for the city's upper classes. Standing along the shores of the Nile, overlooking the Temple of Luxor, in a setting described as the world's largest outdoor museum, is the long-awaited Luxor Hotel, soon to be one of Egypt's most captivating boutique hotels. Historic Hotels of Egypt, a collection of timeless properties where guests are invited to step into history and experience Egyptian hospitality. It is our mission to preserve the finest of our national treasures. Our restoration projects ensure that Egypt's landmark hotels will stand glorious for generations. It is our desire to enchant even the most world-weary traveler with our exacting attention to detail, with our gift for adding an unmistakable note of grace and elegance to every interaction, with our incomparable surroundings, and with the warmth of our ways. We are a portfolio of architectural achievements. We are reservoirs of a nation's collective memory. We celebrate our heritage through our excellence, and we invite the world to join us in doing so. Historic Hotels of Egypt. Historically Egyptian. Authentically yours.